Hello and welcome to a standard video from PleasantKenobi. That's some unusual stuff, right? I need to shout out right now, this is a free preview. This is all being filmed using the Arena VIP client that's provided to content creators as an exclusive first look at Theros a day early before it goes live on Arena. So I'll have a couple of videos, and by couple I mean 2, 3, 4. Depends how much work I manage to put in today and how quickly I can get them edited, considering I have to go to London tomorrow with my wife. Doing non-magic things makes me sick. But thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for that free preview. For that reason, I'll be swearing far, far less, and I'll probably dolphin noise in the actual swears. So for this video, is mono white. Now, the reason it says 011 there is that I gave a shout out on my Discord. I was like, come on, a shout out? That's not true. A bat signal. The PleasantKenobi signal flew up in the sky over a moon, and I said, give me some standard lists. Give me some standard lists. And the first person to come back, 011, Zoe, they gave me white Weenie. Now, this isn't strictly the white Weenie deck that 011 gave me. They were playing Mace of the Valiant, and they were playing Nyx Lotus as well, and Unbreakable Formation, and Twin Blade Paladin. I decided to not do that. Mace of the Valiant could work, but I didn't want to be... So basically, I think there's going to be two decks, and then one of them's going to end up being good, and the other's going to end up being terrible. There is white Weenie, an aggressive white-based attacking deck, and there may be a white Devotion deck. Things like Nyx Lotus, the 4-mana artifact that makes the mana, is going to be in Devotion decks that are looking to have big payoffs. I don't think white has any big payoffs, honestly. I mean, unless you're playing 4 and 5 drops, but they don't feel big enough. So instead, I'm playing a white Weenie deck that also has an element of Devotion because we're playing cards like Daxos and Linden to get extra white pips to turn on our Heliod. Where is he? There he is. The Sun Crown. Now, you'll be seeing a lot more of Heliod on the channel because, well, I'm going to be playing it in Pioneer and similar as well because it combos with, like, Walking Ballista and Spike Feeder and all other kinds of goodness. So you'll be seeing a lot more of Heliod around here for the next week or two. I don't know if it's a trap in Standard because if the format is going to be full of decks that are very good at killing your creatures, I just don't know if Heliod's going to be any good. But in order to make Heliod good, we're playing cards like life-linking 1-drops that also protect your creatures. I think this card's very good, by the way. Healer's Hawk, another life-linking 1/1. God, I love that art. Ajani's Pridemate, a card that also benefits from the life gain. It grows as well. Daxos gives us double white pips for our Devotion, but he also gains us life when creatures end the battlefield or die on our side of the board, and I imagine he's going to get quite the thick bottom from this line of text here. His toughness is equal to your Devotion to white. And then Heliod plus Linden is a combo akin to Splinter Twin. And I use that term, yeah, that's definitely hyperbole. That's definitely like self-referential and being ironic hyperbole, but it's still pretty good. Linden was trash before, right? Linden was kind of okay with Ajani's Pridemate, but apart from that, gaining life for each creature that attacks is only good against aggressive decks. But with Heliod in play, with each creature you're attacking with, you gain 1 life, and you get 1 trigger from Heliod, which puts a counter on a creature you control. So if Linden is in play, and you have a Heliod, you attack with 3 creatures, you get 3 triggers to put 3 counters wherever you want. And then we've got, rounding out the deck, Banishing Light, Gideon Blackblade, 1 5-drop creature. I probably shouldn't be playing this. It probably should be another Ajani or Elspeth, but whatever. I haven't played the card much, and I do like the card. Also, the art for the Golem is mwah. Look at that Golem. I've got a soft spot for 3/3 Golems. Probably one of my favourite creature types in Magic. Then we've got Ajani, which makes more Ajani Pridemates, and also gains us life equal to the number of creatures we control, plus the number of planeswalkers you control, and we're a deck that wants to do that sort of thing. Also, if you have at least 15 more life than your starting life total, you can also just exile all their creatures for 0. Seems pretty strong. And then Elspeth, my verdict is out until I get to play with her. She's a 4-mana planeswalker that doesn't... Well, she protects herself by making bodies, but she only down ticks, doesn't go up, and doesn't have any inevitability in the ultimate. But let's be honest, neither did Oko, and Oko got banned in every format under the sun bar Legacy. And whilst we're on the topic of, like, decent token art, I don't know if it's just the high-res images on Arena making things pop, but by God, even that token looks sick. I mean, and it's not as impressive as this token, right? It's not as majestic and kind of awe-inspiringly scary. It's just a cool-looking soldier lady. I think it's just Arena makes the card art really pop. And that's the day. If you like the video, drop a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon as well. Keep an eye out. I'm going to have quite a few Therosian Standard Arena videos coming out over the next couple of days. And then we'll be moving on to Pioneer, Modern, and Legacy next week. Right. Let's play some Magic. We're up against Mango 09. Is this Maguchi straight away? My first game of the event? Sick.
There's that bit where like you need to reanimate an Iona, right? You're gonna put it on like red, so you're bored, but you're taking like 8 damage to
You
do
reanimate Grizzly, but come on, stop reanimating other creature. I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand what's wrong. Whenever I see some new player playing Reanimator, they always reanimate other stuff. Just reanimate Grizzly Brand. It's like the strongest card of the whole Magic that you can reanimate that doesn't get shuffled.
Sometimes you need Leviathan. Sometimes you need to beat Caracas.
No.
Sometimes Swords to Plowshares might get you.
Or you name
right?
the big boar.
Yeah.
The green boar. There's
the
8 mana, 6/5. Every creature has X-proof.
Oh yeah.
I guess we keep this. Yeah, sure. It's got creatures in it, so what more could you ask for? Temple of Deceit from our opponent. Scry to the bottom. Let's play Healer's Hawk into a Giant Pridemate. Seems pretty strong. Our opponent plays a swap. We're going to play a Plains. We're going to attempt to cast a Giant Pridemate. I don't know what 2-mana counter spells even exist in Standard right now. Tyrant Scorn to kill my Healer Hawk. Seems fair. Oath of Kaya to kill my Giant Pridemate. Fair. We drew another Plains, which isn't terrible. We're going to now play... What do I value more here? We'd look with a Type Taker here to try and lessen the chance of getting our creatures killed or countered, but another Tyrant Scorn in our turn would be bad. Thief of Sanity can be blocked by Atomic, so that's not too bad. We play Atomic. We play a Pridemate. I mean, they may have a removal spell, I guess, for our Atomic, but I don't think we mind. Mengu plays an island, plays it to Fairy Time Raveler. Bounces my Atomic, understandable. Gets in for 2. Now he gets one of the cards off the top of our deck. Thief of Sanity is so good. I also like the fact that Mengu has currently played 0 cards from Theros block, barring the Temple of Enlightenment. But I guess Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Deceit does make Esper Hero better, I guess. So we can't really just crash into the Tithe Taker. It protects the Teferi a little bit here. We can play Tomic and we can Banishing Light the Tithe Taker. That seems fine. We move to combat, we kill Teferi, and we slap our opponent for 2. Oath of Kaya zapped us. Maybe Oath of Kaya plus Heliod might be pretty gas. I wonder. They kill our Tomic again so they can get through with Thief of Sanity. They get another card from on top of our library. I don't want them to Banishing Light my Banishing Light and get back their Tithe Taker. That would make me feel very sad. Another Time Raveler. Sure. Bouncing my Pridemate. Makes sense. My own Healer's Hawk. God damn. We play a Cat Pridemate. We play a Heliod, which is online. No, he's 1 mana off being. There's a question here is whether we attack. If they block, we get a 1/1 blocker that we can block the Thief of Sanity with. But I'm unsure. It gets us further away from getting our Heliod online. I think we attack anyway. Heliod being online is not where we're aiming for. Tithe Taker and Healer Hawk trade. We get a 1/1 out of it. Teferi ticks up. We are... Yeah, we're going to block here. I don't really fancy giving them the further card advantage considering the board state currently. Ooh, this does not look good for us. Oh, yeah, Ashiok seems like a good addition to the mid-range and control decks. There's an interesting point that we're not meant to concede in this, by the way. We're meant to let our opponents play out their decks, which feels kind of weird, honestly. I have to kill this Ashiok here. Gideon was a pretty good draw there for getting our Ajani online, honestly. In terms of making it a threat that is going to grow. And it also gives us an option to kill stuff later down the line. So it's one of our better draws there. I know I criticised Mengu earlier for not playing enough throne cards. It wasn't really a criticism, more an observation. But I just realised we've only played, like, Heliod. Oof, hello there. I don't even know what this does. When it ends the battle, the target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of your library, separate them to a face-down pile and a face-up pile, and 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Okay. Face-down. Yeah, face-down Shockland and Duress, because they'll take that and the Duress doesn't do anything here. Yeah. Our opponent couldn't resist getting 2 cards off of that. And they play an Alseid from our deck. We play an Elspeth that we just drew, which is pretty good. Our graveyard is stacked too, so she's going to be pretty good. I'm going to give +2, +1 to my team. Hoping no removal spells, the last card in hand. The protection from colorless, protection from our color, sorry, from white from the LC, it'll be pretty bad. The last card was mortifying. To say that's frustrating is an understatement. As we see here, Thief of Sanity continues to be one of the best cards that no one talks about in current standard. God, it's so good. Nobel Spectre was also ridiculous back in the day, both in the Mono Black Devotion deck and in the sideboard to control decks. A second Thief of Sanity, almost like the world hates me. At least this Duress isn't going to get anything, because they can't get much when you've got nothing in hand. We can make some 1/1s. But I mean, the Oath of Kai is going to slowly kill us as well, because we need a Banishing Light to get anywhere past it. We can Castle Vantress this turn, and we can down-tick Elspeth to make like a load of 1/1s. We can actually double... We can do an interesting thing here. We can... we can't make 1/1s, because the 1/1s is -2, and I just realised that. We can pump up our Gideon Blackblade to be a 6/5. We can play a Plains. We can escape her to find out what the animation looks like. Let's exile... is it 4 cards? And then we see them, like, break the chains, as it were. And she comes back. And she said some stuff that I didn't hear too well, because I think I had my sound turned down. Make some more 1/1s. After the combat, we can exile one of the thieves, I guess. That slows them down, but then we've got a Time Raveler here as well. Maybe we just protect our Elspeth by doing this. Yeah, none of these things seem so hot, honestly, my friends. None of these things feel very hot at all. In comes Thief of Sanity and our Atris at our face. We're going to obviously block the Atris. I might double block the Atris, actually. He has Menace, so I kind of have to. I only just realised I had Menace when the game was like, no, you can't block with 1. Oh, the value. The value. The problem with Thought Erasure is that our opponent has a Teferi in play, which means they can Thought Erase us in draw step. Which feels... Atris is basically just a Mole Drifter, right? That sometimes gets one particular card you want. Oh, they got drowned in the lock as well, so I can't even resolve this. I mean, they don't even care, do they? Do they counter my drowning 5/8? No, they don't even care. That's hilarious. I guess we're gonna cast Elspeth again. Wow, okay. So we're gonna cast our 3rd Elspeth of the round, which is super interesting. Oh no, her escape cost is 6. Derp, I'm 1 short. We are going to cast her again next turn, though. Gilada didn't scoop now, really, so we can just cast multiple Elspeths into our opponent. I've turned the volume up on the game now. They're going to get in. We can't block, so we're just going to take 5, and they're going to get another card off our library from the Ajani. By Ajani, I mean Thief of Sanity. I was too busy looking at my Ajani's Pride, mate. Narset finds them nothing. Yeah! That's right. Oh. They're going to replay the Oath that they just called back to their hand. Hero of Precinct 1. Wow. Oh, the value! The value train that Mengu is on right now is crazy. Oath of Kaya is going to kill our poor cat. He shot my pussy. I'm sorry, I should... Why am I like this? I don't even know. I don't even know. I can't good games. I've turned emotes off. Where is it? Gameplay. And there we have it. Our first loss with mono white. What did we learn? Elspeth is surprisingly good because you can recast her multiple times, especially when controllers put half your deck into your graveyard. And secondly, that Heliod was just a waste of mana. But that was only one game, a very small sample size. Well, I'm not going to edit the deck yet. Let's just get back in there and see if Heliod can do us a little better. We've been paired up against Tyro. I'm not familiar with this opponent. Healer's Hawk, Type Taker, Gideon Blackblade, and Heliod. That's a pretty good curve. Let's give this a shot. Go, my Hawky. Hawky lad. I don't know if I've ever talked on this channel about how much I like the flavour of Healer's Hawk. I really enjoy the fact that it's like a hawk carrying health pots, you know? Like... this is a thing that the medical industry in Ravnica have, like, developed. Okay, I put in some sort of Groll aggro deck, which is pretty good. For us, I mean. And then we're going to give Type Taker...
share in my light.
Indestructible, I guess? We're going to get in. They can just block the 2-1. This isn't getting damage to, but it does tick up our Gideon Blackblade. Third land from our opponent and a Spellbreaker, which has haste. They can now kill my Gideon by attacking. Yes, yes, yes. Play Castle Ardenvale. Play a Heliod. Oh, Heliod's 3 mana? I keep thinking he's 4. We're going to put a counter on our Tithe Taker. This way, if they decide to kill him, we still get a body out of it. If we put it all on the Healer's Hawk, we're all in on our life gain creature. They attack back for 6 after playing a Rampart Smasher. That's a Devotion Enabler. What are the red and green and a Devotion payoffs in this other than the gods? I'm not sure. I'm going to play a Banishing Light on the Rampart Smasher because we don't want to have to block that. We're going to give Tithe Taker a life link. We're going to go to combat and slap them. And I guess now Heliod's starting to look pretty good. Wow, 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 we were. Okay. We're also only like one devotion off, making Heliod a thick boy. Also, we're on 21 life because lifelink is good against aggro. Who would have thought it, my friends? Who would have thought it? Lots of hasty threats. They've also got some blockers here now. Ooh, hello. Elspeth. Okay. So now, Elspeth, ironically and perhaps not very flavorfully, has just enabled our Heliod through devotion. That actually doesn't make a lot of sense, come to think of it. Maybe Elspeth should have been not fully white in this set. Who knows? That's a statement I never want to make out loud again. Not fully white. Jesus Christ, Magic.
You are braver than you know.
We uptick Elspeth. She tells us that we're brave. Heliod and the Hawk are now big lads. We're going to get in for a whole bunch here. They have to do some blocking, so we're not going to get cracked back for a whole bunch. We can't kill them here. Take them to 5. Tithe Taker dies. We get some triggers. I could have started them the other way around, put a counter on the other thing, but never mind. It's probably what I should have done. If I don't kill Elspeth, I'm actually probably going to -5. Sorry, -3 here to put 5 life to put a counter on this 1-1 if they have any flyers. But they don't, so we're all good. I'm just going to minus her to... I hate saying uptick. Minus her to up pump the power on our creatures. And there we go. So the mono white deck might have a good matchup against aggro. Who would have thought it? Meanwhile, it can't beat control. Once more into the breach with Heliod and friends. I guess we've learnt that Heliod can be a bit of a trap against decks that can deal with your creatures. So he's actually bad against removal. Not himself, because of course he's indestructible, but if you just kill all the creatures leading up to him, he doesn't do anything. Meanwhile, if you curve into him like a nut draw, you get to f people up. We're now up against Be Informed. We have a hand of Healer Hawk into Daxos into Banishing Light. Frustratingly, because this is legendary, we actually don't get to play the second Daxos, FYI. Remember that. That's the problem with the legendaries. How many of them do you play? This card's obviously going to be good in the Devotion and or White Weenie deck, but playing 4 of them means you draw a lot of them. I'm going to keep it regardless. I mean, if they have a removal spell for Daxos, we can play the second Daxos. Interestingly, with Daxos in play, you can play the second Daxos, and you get an enter and a dies trigger, gaining you 2 life. Bearing in mind it is only 2 life because it says when another. So the first Daxos sees the second Daxos and sees it die, but the second Daxos doesn't see itself die. Right, and we're off. Let's play a Healer's Hawk and pass that turn. Tap land from our opponent. We draw a Heliod, which is actually pretty good. Drawing and playing Heliod on curve constantly is going to be pretty strong. Ooh, maybe we should play life game lands in our deck. Unsure. We get in after playing Heliod. I like that spear there. And then we're going to put the counter on Daxos to make him hard to kill and a problem. Our opponent's going to Banishing Light our Heliod, I assume. Oh, our Daxos. Interesting. We're going to play a Plains Banishing Light there. Banishing Light, turn on our Heliod and attack them. This is going to be pretty good. Okay, that felt borderline unfair. We're going to put a counter on Daxos again. That way, if they use their removal on our Daxos, we can just play our other Daxos and we'll love life. I assume what they would do is Banishing Light our Banishing Light to then get the other Banishing Light back, to then Banishing Light one of our things, because that would actually decrease our devotion and increase their devotion. So Conclave Tribunal our Banishing Light, brings back Banishing Light. Banishing Light targets Daxos, and then we're going to go Daxos. Nope, no point. Get in for 1. As you can see here, having the second legendary creature in hand isn't great. I don't know how that would work, whether it's seen as a creature by the Daxos or not. I'm not 100% sure. Just we can check that now. They play a Giant Strength for the Pride, and they make a 2/2 cat. Untap. We draw a Gideon Blackblade. Oh boy. We play a Gideon Blackblade, which turns our Heliod on. We gain life from the Daxos, so we get to put a counter on our Healer's Hawk. We then get to +1 our Gideon, make our Daxos have lifelink,
I believe in you, friend.
and swing at our opponent's face. They have to block the Heliod or they die. Okay. We slap them for a whole bunch. 2 lifelinkers, 2 triggers from Heliod. We're going to put a counter on Blackblade. I'm going to put a counter on Heliod, because I want a load of counters everywhere, you know? That makes me feel warm inside. They're going to make another count.
True friends always stand.
They make another count off of Ajani. They successfully training, which is... It's going to get +1/+0 and trample, and they get to draw a card as well. And it's an enchantment. This would probably be pretty good in, like, the... If there's an aura deck, a Boggles or a heroic style deck. This is testing training again. They need to find an answer for this Healer's Hawk. Killing that would then stop them having a flyer, and would also not turn off Heliod, actually, because we have 2 devotion here, 2 devotion here, and 1 here. So actually, no, they can't turn off my devotion unless they kill 2 creatures. Good game, they say. Looks like we got there. This deck's got a pretty aggressive curve, I'm not gonna lie. We're now up against Deathrite Squid, which is a fantastic name. This hand has no 1-drop and doesn't curve into Heliod, so I'm going to mulligan it. This hand has a lot of 1-drops, we're going to keep this. I think we're going to bottom the Elspeth, because we're not going to be playing it for a while. And then we should draw a land and a Heliod, right? Looks like mono white's on the menu! Oh, that's funny. It's funny. I guess I kind of want to lead Pridemate, so the following turn if I draw a land I can go Daxos plus a creature. Also playing Pridemate next turn means I can pump it with my own Healer's Hawk, if they don't have some sort of white removal spell here. Another Venerable Knight, that's fine. 1 mana 2/1s are pretty good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna lead Pridemate. We're gonna hear that gruff growl, we're gonna slap him with a Hawk, we're gonna grow our Pridemate. It's now a pretty good blocker. Mobilized District. A creature land. In White Weenie. In this economy, we've got the new Hooting Owl thing from Theros, which has actually got quite good animations. I've not really enjoyed the pets up until now. I thought they look bad, and from a visual, like, model perspective, and the animations have been okay. This one, though, I actually really like the look of. They get in and they pass back. They've also conclave Tribunal with my Ajani. I stepped away from my computer very quickly. So, let's play a Daxos. I mean, even if we aren't presenting huge threats, we are gaining life, which is pretty good. Against another aggro deck. Their Heliod is almost online. Okay, and we're still failing to find that 3rd land. We'll play our Giant Killer because it can tap down a Heliod. Play another Hawk. We can get in here. They are almost without a shadow of a doubt going to get this Heliod online here with something out of their hand. Any white pip turns it on now. What we really want to do is banish and light their Tribunal, get back our Ajani and start slapping them upside the head. We could also banish and light the Heliod. I am almost certainly throwing a Healer Hawk under a Venerable Knight here in order to not have Heliod online. However, they're mobilizing their district as opposed to playing a creature to turn on the Heliod, so maybe their hand is just lands. They attack only the district and we say no blocks. They can see that we might turn off the devotion as well. We've drawn the planes we needed, so that's good. We're going to banish and light the Tribunal, which takes them off of one of their devotion, and bring back our Pridemate. We're going to trigger Daxos, which grows the Pridemate. We're then going to go attacking with Healer's Hawk, and Daxos, which is, by the way, a 2/7. So I assess this card as being really underpowered, but let's be fair. A 2/7 for 2 is pretty good. Our pussy gets bigger, it gets swole, it gets thick, thanks to the power of our birds. Our pair of... I could say a pair of tits, but they're not tits. They're not blue tits or birds like that. That'd be just me making a really bad pun. They play a Venerated Loxodon, pumping their Venerable Knights. Venerated, Venerable, that's a lot of words. We're going to play a Type Taker. triggering Daxos, growing our Pride Mate. We're going to play an Heliod of Life's Bounty, triggering our Daxos, growing our Pride Mate. Basically, what this video should show you is that if there is an aggro deck, this standard, it's not going to be red. Because how the hell does red beat this amount of life gain? Jeez. So they've got to block the 7, I guess. Our Giant Killer will die here because I've plunged. I've not really thought about it very much. Actually, no, if they block the Giant Killer, they just die. Oh, they're the end of the Venomated blocks on lifelink. That is clever. And they can now put a counter on something. We don't actually have the mana to sack Heliod of Life's Bounty. In my head, I keep thinking it's a duty bound honor guard or whatever it's called. A bound duty guardy man. I'll put it on screen now. I keep thinking it's that, but it's not. It actually costs 1 mana to do it. I still think this card's very, very good. It's a life-linking 1/1 with upside, and the upside is protection from a colour, which means you can get your big swole creatures through as well. Like, if they hadn't got rid of our Giant's Pride Mate there, we could have given it protection from white and just slap them in the face with it. They use their Giant Killer, they play their Giant Killer. If they do any attacking here, I'm going to tap down one of their creatures next turn. And or maybe not, I won't have enough attackers to... Oop, they are coming in a way... Oh, they can give lifelink, so actually this is very good for them. I'm going to block my Turf Take into this Venerable Knight here. Kill that and turn off the Heliod. They're going to put a counter on their Venerated Loxodon. No, the Giant Killer. So we're actually going to struggle to kill them while this Heliod is giving their creatures lifelink. That's the problem. We gain life from the Spirit coming in. We drew a Tithe Taker. I need to use this tap target creature next turn. So I'm going to just get in with my flyers, I think. Go back up to 17, taking down to 6. This is an interesting match of Magic because of the life gain and the tapping down. Wow! Okay, I'm going to eat my humble pie here and say there are some mechanics that white do that are getting up in our face, and it's pretty good. Like, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm saying, oh boy, I think we're dead. A lot of the creatures. Oh boy. They're not going to give lifelink now, they're going to try and pass to combat. I want to tap down the lifelinker. So I guess I'm going to tap down... Them being vigilant is really important because we can't kill them on the crackback. They now attack. I guess I pass to blockers. I block with Daxos here. If they give this lifelink, I can use my Heliod to actually stop the lifelink because they won't do any damage. Sweet. They did. So now it has protection from white for the turn. It won't die, and they won't get any life. Nice. We drew another land. We play another blocker. We gain another life. How do we cannot beat this Heliod. This Heliod is unbeatable. Wow. Okay. We gotta hope they try and give lifelink before combat and then we just tap down the creature. That's what we gotta hope. We gotta hope they make a mistake. But they have 2 tappers on board as well, by the way. We are not in a good place. We need to draw our own Heliod, really. Or a Linden. Linden would be real good. Have you ever drawn Linden once across like 4 games? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost like Magic's a game of variance. They're mobilizing a district. They go to combat. So I'm going to tap down their biggest thing, which is this 6/6 indestructible creature. And they're going to tap down my army and swing in for 8 plus 6. We're dead. We're dead on board. Chat, they got us. This game was going so well, and Heli... Oh, no, they're not going to tap down. Okay. We might live to fight another day. We should be using these giant killers before blocks. I can't decrease their devotion in any meaningful way. No! They can give lifelink to like the 6/5 as well. Put them to 9. So even though I do think we were just dead there, we still can't win because of Heliod. Oh, and I made a little bit of a boo-boo there. So, Daxos was an X7, but what happens is, when the other creature dies as a state-based action from the damage during combat, takes sleeper damage and dies, Daxos had 6 points of damage marked on him. Then his toughness dropped to 6, and he just died. Yeah, that's a yikes. That's not it, Chief. We're gonna flunge. Oh, Heliod is, like, unbeatable in the mirror, it seems. I guess the mistake that I made, my friends at home, is that I banished him like this Conclave Tribunal back in the day. Not realizing just how unbeatable this ability would be in the race of an aggro deck. I mean, it's obvious now, but then it's obvious that bolting a Tarmogoyf when it's in an X2 is also a bad idea. So I will live and I will learn, but this Banishing Light probably would have won me the game back on turn 4. So yeah, we didn't get unlucky, we just got outplayed. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. That was Mono White Devotion. There'll be more Theros preview content coming over the next couple of days. There might be a couple of videos each day, depending on how many of these I can churn out, like some sort of monster or machine. Thank you for listening to my broken, sick voice. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast for this hashtag free preview content. And I'll see you all very soon in the next upload, the next video, as I constantly churn on like some sort of Sisyphus climbing a hill of content creation. Oh, and don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for further notifications too. Ta-ta for now.